globalization is also changing the role of advanced economies within this global system. And that is as countries like China and the transition economies in Eastern Europe and some Latin American economies and Malaysia become production platforms for manufactured goods. And soon will become production platforms for pieces of services as well because of advances in software. Advances in software are allowing us to deconstruct the complex services in much the same way that we learn to deconstruct complex production of goods. The role of an advanced economy changes, and its role becomes much more the developer of new ideas, the developer and applier of new ideas. By this I mean development of new products and processes and materials, new ways of financing and marketing and distributing goods, new ways of organizing a workplace, new ways of running a business. This becomes the great comparative advantage of advanced economies. And what this process is doing is it has changed the so-called idea-based economy from a metaphor to a reality. Since 1995, for the first time ever in economic records, American businesses invested more in intangibles, in intangible things than they did in physical assets, more in patents and copyrights and ways of organizing and training and all the other idea-based activities than they did in equipment and plants and real estate and factories and offices. In 1984, the book value of the 150 largest U.S. corporations, that's what you could get if you took all their physical assets and you sold them on the open market. The book value of those 150 largest corporations was equal to 75% of their market value. That meant that large U.S. corporations were worth a little more than what their physical assets were worth. In 2006, the book value of the 150 largest U.S. corporations was equal to 36% of their market value. 2/3 of the value of U.S. corporations now lies in intangibles. That's an idea-based economy that's concrete and not a metaphor. And indeed, we see most of the value being generated in the U.S. economy now coming from the ability to develop, apply, organize, transmit ideas. And indeed, 10 years from now, there will not be a job in America that does not involve those skills. Everyone will be using handhelds in some form, waiters and construction workers, everybody.